Welcome to our channel. Chad is away on a little trip with Joel and our friend James. They went to Indiana to tour the Grand Design Factory where our fifth wheel was built and where James is going to be having his built as well. So I know that they are having a good time, but I want to tell you something. I love it when Chad goes away for a few days. You know I love him. You know we like to be together. We play, we work, we just do nothing. We just like to be together. But sometimes it just feels really good to have the house to myself. So I get wondering, am I going to be okay when he retires? I'm sure I will. But the thing is his life will drastically change, you know. From a working career to being home, but mine really isn't going to change that much other than I will no longer have the house to myself. Anyway, so I know that the minute he walks in the door, he's gonna say, "Jennifer, what you been doing?" And I will go, let me show you. So I thought it would be fun to show Chad and you what I have been doing while he's been away. Years ago, he went to summer camp. When he came home, it was hot. It was so hot that summer. We were living in a different house. And when he came home, I had purchased and had installed a central air conditioning unit. So he needs to be really careful when he goes away because he does not know what I am capable of. Actually, he knows what I'm capable of. He just, you know. I want to first thank Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Skillshare is an online learning community that offers thousands of classes from just about anything that you can imagine, and it's for beginners to pros. And I think my favorite classes have been the art classes. I've really enjoyed them, and I've enjoyed Jane Davies' class. She teaches a wet-on-wet technique, and I have literally watched those dozens of times. And when I get the project finished, I will show you the project. I've got some other things I'm going to show you today, though. The first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description below will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare so you can start exploring your creativity today. All right, I'm going to be very honest with you. The first thing that I get excited about when Chad leaves is that I can fill the garbage cans out of the curb. And I go through the house and I go through it with a big garbage sack and I gather up things that I want to throw away, that I don't want anybody questioning me. Why are you throwing this away? I'm throwing it away because I don't want it and it's going in the garbage. Another thing that I have done the last few days, well, I started this project a year ago, and I have gotten all of our family photos out of the binders, out of the books, and I have gotten a box for each of the children, and I have gone through those photos, and I'm putting each child's photos in their box. If there's a duplicate, I'll either find another one that is similar to it, or whoever it's mostly focused on, that's the child that I'll give the photo to. The kids can work it out between themselves. If they want to share later, that's fine. But for me right now, I just want to get these things into their possession. Chad went his entire adult life, and he never really had any pictures of himself when he was a kid because his parents kept them. And by the time we got them, our children were raised. And so I think it's important to give the children their photos. And that's what I've been working on the last few days is mementos and photos, which is really a neat feeling for me because that is the hardest thing for me to go through. It seems to take up the most time. And if I can get this closet back here cleaned out and minimized down to 3 or 4 boxes, I will feel really good because there was one time when this closet was so full I couldn't shut the door. The other thing, almost going right along with the photos, is a year ago I went through a lot of Christmas decorations and I thought, okay, I've got it down to, I think, 3 tubs or something like that of Christmas decorations. And you know what? I don't even want them now. I bought a new tree last year, and it's beautiful. And I'm just going to put that tree up. It's a pre-lit tree. I'm not going to decorate it. I'm just going to put that tree up. And so all these ornaments that I've got packed away, I'm going to let the children pick, or I'll do a Marco Polo or something and tell them, what ones do you want? Do you want any of them? Maybe they don't even want any of them. But I'm going to put those out there for them, and if they want them, fine, and if they don't, well then why am I hanging on to them? If they don't want them now, they're not going to want them in 20 years when I'm gone or whatever. And so we'll just eliminate that right now. And I've still got a few things in the closet downstairs that I will hold on to that I think are kind of fun. But for the most part, Christmas ornaments, Christmas decorations, I decided that every year I'm going to buy a new centerpiece for my kitchen table, put a pretty tablecloth on, put my tree up. We did lights outside a few years ago when we re-landscaped, and we can turn those to a Christmas theme. And so I don't really even need to put up Christmas lights, and that just is so easy to put up a tree, take it down, and I don't have stuff all over the house. I don't have any Halloween. If I need any Halloween, I'll buy a pumpkin once a year, but I'm not going to hold on to Halloween decorations, Easter decorations, any of that. Just not going to do it. I'm done with doing that. I don't know if you know this about us, why would you, but we have a summer home. We have a summer home and a winter home. And 6 months out of the year, we sleep in our summer home, and our summer home is in the basement. It is a bedroom in the basement that we call our summer home, and we stay there because it's nice and cool down there in the basement, and we don't have to run the air conditioner as much. And we really have enjoyed it. It's got a nice king-size bed, but then come fall, it's time to move to our winter home, and our winter home is upstairs in the bedroom. And so while Chad's been away, I have moved back upstairs to our winter home. It's fun to pamper yourself. Who doesn't like to be pampered? Who doesn't like to take a nice long bubble bath? I thought it was about time I started using these face masks that I've been given. I've had several of them in the drawer, and I've needed to do them, and I don't know why I haven't done them, but got time right now, and I'm just going to do a facial on myself, and I've needed to do a pedicure on my feet and get them filed down. They're rough from the summer, and they need to get polished up and lathered up with lotion, and it just feels really good. And then I've also had an appointment to go to the dermatologist, and I just got out of my dermatology appointment. I told the doctor to zap anything that was questionable or, well, on my back. So if I'm not careful, I'll look like a tortoise or something, and he's been working on my back. So right now, I've been froze. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. In there, I might have gotten just a little, eyes might have gotten just a little bit watery. I'm feeling it. Well, and of course, if I happen to scroll through on the internet and find something new to wear, that would be okay. I'll just order something on the internet. Julie, her husband, Landon, took the kids for a few days, and she's home with the baby by herself right now. And last night we got on the phone together and we ordered a few dish towels, and she didn't let me pay for them because she wants to do them for my birthday. And I feel bad because I had like 4 or 5 in the cart, and they're not cheap. So anyway, that was really a lot of fun to go shopping with Julie last night on the internet and pick out some really fun dishcloths. So the other thing that I like to do is, if I wander around the house and get looking at something, I'll think, you know, I'm just going to move that. And it doesn't matter if it's 2 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock in the morning or whatever, 10 o'clock at night. So I just started moving my furniture around a little bit because I was tired of the angle that it was on. And I've put the couches at a different angle, and just kind of dreaming or thinking what I want to do next in this room, whether I want to possibly buy a sectional and a different chair possibly in here, whether I want to recarpet or put a wood floor down. I just haven't decided yet, but when Chad's away for a few days, it gives me a chance to sit and think and doodle on a piece of scratch paper and maybe come up with an idea or two what I want to do next with our home. We have done a lot of things to get ready for Chad's retirement, and it's funny because redoing the inside of the house was kind of on the top of the list, and we did one or two things. We bought some appliances and we redid the cabinet tops, and then we stopped there, and we've kind of gone on and done other things around the yard and whatnot. Well, and you know, one thing just leads to another when you're rearranging furniture, and I was looking out the window and thought, this looks terrible. So I took a little break from rearranging furniture and I washed some of my windows, and that feels really good to me. And so now all my work's done, I've got my house clean, and I can just sit down and paint. This little sketch is done with colored pencils, and it is a bridge that was up in Hayburn, Idaho. When we went there during the summer, they had this really cool bike path, and they had a bridge over it that was just absolutely darling. And so I thought it would be fun to sketch up, and I say paint. I think those words are interchangeable, but color paint this little bridge. Well, it's always fun when Chad comes home and he walks through the door, and I am always excited to show him what I've been up to while he's been gone, and for him to tell me all about his trip. And we'll probably go out and get a little bite of dinner tomorrow when he gets home. So thank you for watching. I know this is kind of a random little vlog, but it was fun for me to do, and hopefully it will have been fun for you to watch. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.